Hello, everybody. I know that it's been a while since I've last posted a video. It's been at least a couple months. I think maybe more than a couple months. The last one was early January. I'm so sorry. I'm still here. Channel's still going. No plans to pull any plugs on the channel. The break, or hiatus as I prefer, because it wasn't really a break. Break implies that I was sitting around, sipping martinis, doing nothing. I had to take an unplanned hiatus because of personal stuff. Not bad personal stuff, just life has been very, very busy. Work is still very busy for me, still going very well. Lots of family stuff going on after Christmas, right through the new year, through the winter. Almost every weekend it seemed we had something going on. So it's not that I haven't been spending time on music and collecting music. I have. It's just I've been spending it a bit differently. Not long after the new year began, I had what I call in the video title an existential audio crisis. What happened was I was putting away stuff from the Christmas break, putting stuff into storage, and I noticed that, when I moved here a few years ago, I put all my CDs into cardboard boxes, banker's boxes, like file boxes. Those things are about 1 cubic foot, not quite 1 cubic, they're 1.25 cubic feet. And I had, when I came here, I had nearly 20 of those packed with CDs. I've since unpacked all the Eltons. You've seen them in an earlier video, and they're in 4 filing cabinet drawers right there. But that left me with about 16 file boxes left over, and they were in another room, and they were stacked on top of each other. And I noticed that the weight of stacking these boxes pretty much was not only crushing the boxes, but crushing some of their contents, and that really had me worried. So thankfully, around that time, it was a new year, there was a hardware store here in town that was having a sale on like construction grade storage plastic bins, not the big humongous ones, but the mid-sized ones. And I repacked the non-Elton CD boxes into about 12 of those plastic storage bins, and everything. It took a long time, but it was also a very pleasurable experience because it reacquainted me with my non-Elton CD collection, which I hadn't really been through in a long time, and I'd added to it quite a bit, and I had boxes and bags of CDs around here, and I just thought, now's time to go through it all, reintegrate that new stuff in there, and then repack it. And so I have about 12 of those storage bins now. But it also kind of prompted me to begin rethinking my audio priorities, if you will, my collecting priorities anyway, and also specifically reconsider just how dedicated I was to collecting vinyl. Now, I don't want anyone to freak out. I still love vinyl. I still have a lot of affection for it. I still think that under the right conditions, vinyl can sound amazing. I'll never change my mind about that. But over the past year, a lot of the newer things that I'd purchased, Elton and non-Elton stuff, the new vinyl, turned out to be very disappointing in terms of the price I was paying for the value overall. Like the quality control issues were just, I was kind of fed up with it. I was sick of paying $50-$60 for a brand new single LP, and there are warp conditions, there's dust and dirt conditions, there are all sorts of quality control issues, and this was more so kind of with the non-Elton stuff that I bought last year, and I ended up sending a few things back. It was just a hassle. So that all led to my re-embracing, as I have in the past couple of months, re-embracing digital and the possibilities of digital and building a digital library. When I say digital, I don't mean streaming. Okay, even some people say, "Oh, Matt, you got to try streaming. You don't know what you're missing." Well, actually, I do, because I used to stream. I was a Spotify person for a couple of years. Anyway, this was a long time ago. Maybe things have improved, but it wasn't really so much a sound quality issue that I didn't like. It was the idea of not having some kind of ownership and control over what it was I was playing, So after a while, I thought, I don't want to rent a music collection and leave it to someone else to let me know what's available, what's not. I want more control. So thankfully, I hadn't really gotten rid of my CDs. I always kept them. About 10-12 years ago, I had extracted almost all my CDs, Elton and non-Elton stuff, to my old iMac, and that was MP3 though. And it's a little embarrassing of me to admit now, but once upon a time, I didn't see a problem with MP3. And whenever I'd play music through computer speakers, I'd play the CD through the CD drive. I'd, rip the CD to my computer and play the MP3 version, and I'd hear really no difference. Over the past couple of years, I've had a number of experiences where I can see there's a huge difference between MP3 and something lossless like FLAC. If you've extracted it carefully and using a good program, using good hardware, it should play the same as the audio from the original CD. So I wanted to do another extraction project that focused on standard resolution 16-bit 44 standard resolution, and also if possible higher resolution digital sources, and also expanding my non-Elton library, digital sources only for now, of course. Also upgrading my extraction methods, my storage and playback methods and setup. There are a lot of things that I wanted to look at improving, and that's really what I've been doing for the past couple months. I've been going bin by bin alphabetically. I just finished the A-B bin. I think ABBA's alphabetically speaking, ABBA's the first artist in my non-Elton collection, and I have done some Elton CD extraction in recent time, like last fall I began, but I stopped. I got as far as, I think, Tumbleweed Connection, and I stopped because it was getting to be intimidating, because for every Elton John album, nearly every Elton John album, I have at least 3 or 4, if not more, different versions of that album on compact disc. And so that just seemed like a really big sort of project all its own. But that has kind of inspired me to give this channel, which again I'm not ending, so to give it a new focus for the next little while anyway, and that is building my digital Elton library. So that's the kind of thing that you can expect from this channel in the next little while. You can look forward to new episodes. Those will be only occasional. I won't wait 2 months till my next episode. I'm already working on the first sort of installment of this Building My Digital Elton Library sub-series. There'll be, of course, a primary focus on Elton CDs and going through album by album, evaluating the quality of different masterings, which ones I like, which ones I don't, which one I think of the ones that I have for each album, which one I think would be best for extraction. Some episodes will focus on making needle drop recordings with my machine here, which I can do. Some episodes will focus on my non-Elton stuff. If you don't mind, every now and then, let me indulge myself, because that's something else that was kind of getting me down about the way I did this channel before, was that it was, it's called Collecting Elton. I get it. It's nice to have a niche, or niche, as my American friends pronounce it. But talking about the same artist all the time, no matter how big the catalog is, talking about the same artist all the time kind of wears me out a little bit. And a lot of my appreciation for Elton's work is appreciating it in context with other artists' catalogs. That's an important part of it, I think. So every now and then, I'll do an episode looking at how I'm building my digital libraries for other artists and bands that I really care, whose work I really care about. So that's it for now. Good luck to those of you heading out to Record Store Day this coming Saturday. I won't be. I'll be dog sitting that day. It's just life, Plus, I'm not that thrilled with it. Glow-in-the-dark 12-inch single. Well, that doesn't thrill me, but I understand that it thrills other people. That's great. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for staying with this channel. And more to come soon. Until next time.